I loved the 2 readings that we had to do for this module. I feel like I could talk about them forever, so I'm going to try to make this quick. I very much enjoyed them because it kind of pulled what my undergrad stuff was all about into teaching, so I really enjoyed that. So some of the key points that I pulled out of the language reading were that through an IB education, PYP learning communities use language to build a better and more peaceful world. I think that that's awesome. There's no better way to build a peaceful world than through language learning, because you learn all about not only the language, but about different cultures and different people. Language enables students to gather and compare points of view and to show empathy, compassion, and respect. Language is intrinsic to learning. Everything that we learn, everything that we teach is connected to language because that's how we communicate. So you can't get away from it. Multilingual schools intentionally provide opportunities to explore language and stimulate curiosity and open-mindedness in a spirit of inquiry. All teachers are language teachers, as all learning takes place through language, again, pulling that idea in. The PYP requires the acquisition of an additional language from the age of 7 to support the development of international mindedness. I love this. I wish that every school would do that. I wish that I could go back in time and learn a new language at the age of 7, because maybe I would be fluent in Spanish by now. And reflection on the power of language to convey perspective supports the development of intercultural understanding. So then some of the key points that I pulled out of the international mindedness reading were that international mindedness is a view of the world in which people see themselves connected to the global community and assume a sense of responsibility towards its members. International mindedness is a journey rather than an endpoint, and that is so true. That's true for our students, that's true for us as teachers. That is something that we will never stop learning and never stop growing on as we grow older and older and become wiser and wiser. It is always a journey. Sharing dialogues with people who are different from ourselves and hearing others' perspectives are essential to exploring international mindedness. And developing international mindedness begins with a positive mindset about the learning environment, the people within the environment, and one's own relationship within the community. So those were the key points. And then I just said that these 2 concepts in the PYP, language and international mindedness, are interconnected. They cannot exist without each other. Language learning, and in particular learning a new language, leads to a deeper understanding and attainment of an internationally minded individual. Language learning in the classroom leads to deeper questions about the cultures from which those languages originate. For example, you can't learn the Spanish language without learning about the history and culture of the countries and regions and people who speak that language. International mindedness is naturally built into language learning, and the opposite is also true. As students become more internationally minded through lessons and inquiry in the classroom, they will naturally become curious learners of the languages from those international countries they're learning about. Language learning and international mindedness support each other through learning in the PYP classroom. One does not exist without the other, and utilizing them together makes the learning of each stronger and gives deeper meaning and context to the learning taking place. And then I just had 2 questions that I'm still curious about after these readings. The first being, how can I support my students' foreign language learning if I only am fluent in English? And then how do I incorporate these types of learning into a curriculum that may not support them? Because I'm just stuck on this idea that I more than likely won't be teaching in an IB school, so I love all of this stuff so much. How can I incorporate it into a school that maybe doesn't support it?